We'll call this meeting to order, please. Everyone stand for the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Swearman? Here. Madeline Brown. Evie Joyce Burns. Here. Sue Baker. Here.
Okay. A motion would be in order to approve the minutes as presented. Are there any comments or questions on minutes?
I move that we accept the minutes as written for last month's meeting.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as written. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, all right. Good morning. Here we go. Okay, dates of note. First, Wednesday afternoon book club will be meeting on February 21st, and we'll be reading The Art of Hearing Heartbeats. And book club is still going strong, so I'm happy to say we're still averaging about 10 to 15 people. It's been going since 2015.
Wow.
Yeah, good. It's very good. Score workshop continues to meet on every Wednesday in the evening for February and March, and that's also going very strong. So I'm happy for that. The next Friends meeting will be on March 5th. They're going to start the meeting at 6 because March is the membership drive, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Social media marketing workshop continues doing great, and that's on Thursdays from 12:30 to 2 in the meeting room. And then our writers group, that's a little bit in question, but I'm remaining hopeful that there are still meeting on the second Thursday of the month from 1 to 2 on March 8th. Sue, as always, I'm sorry to keep a sense of humor because I had some last minute add-ins that I didn't write in everywhere. Pause will be meeting on February 28th from 4:30 to 6. Right now we're on break with story time and tot time, but winter sessions will be starting again at the end of February and the beginning of March. The next adult services program will be on February 19th, and that's getting ready for income tax time. That will be from 6:30 to 8. And then I have a program, Sending Your Child to College. That will be on Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 11.
Is that still at the one?
Yes. Yep, same gentleman. Does a really nice job. Not a lot of turnout, but he does a nice one-on-one individual just talking and answering questions.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm open for it.
Sure.
Martin Howerleck will be having office hours on February 5th from 3:30 to 5. For the children's program, the March 10th one, since March is reading month, will be Don't Let the Pigeon Throw a Party. Our salute to the author of Mo Willems.
We love that pigeon.
We do love that pigeon. That pigeon rocks. So that will be happening then. And then on February 21st at 6:30, Clawson Historical Museum will be having a program on the interurban, I believe that's what it's called. So yay. Okay. Another busy January. Thank you very much. So for January, 88 children attended preschool storytime sessions, 143 for tot time, 8 for pause to read, and for our American Girl party, which was a craft one, not Motown, I'm sorry. It was 38, but a total of 277 children came. So
That's
it was
very good.
very good.
Numbers
Yeah.
high, even pause to read.
Yeah,
8.
pause.
I mean, that's
Yeah, it's
Especially
really.
with the weather that we've had.
I know.
Either it's really super cold or it's super snowy.
On Saturday, I thought, well, how are we going to be? Oh no, we had our kids program. Everyone showed up but one, and everyone was in for tax form. So we were having a regular Saturday despite severe fires. Thank you. So for the month of January, 15 attended the SCORE workshops. 10 attended the Wednesday afternoon book club on January 17th. 18 attended the social media marketing workshops for the month of January. 0 attended the writers workshop, but again, remaining hopeful. 15 attended the coloring party on the 24th, and 20 attended the incredible India program that Jennifer Perkins put on.
That's good.
Hi, man.
The 24th of January was the last coloring party.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do these quarterly now?
Roughly.
I have a friend who Her daughter
Yes.
loves it.
Yeah, yeah. I know yeah.
Do you,
We roughly, Virginia on staff runs them, so she'll usually pop in and say, hey, I'm up for
so
it.
maybe April?
Yeah, spring, definitely during the summer. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
I'll
thank you.
I'll flag you down. You're welcome. And also, we always have ongoing coloring things for our passive programming that we have. So if she ever wants to come in and color a bookmark, we have
Yeah,
all
there
our
are
stuff out
bookmarks
there.
out there, the cute ones that they can
Which has
color.
been very
and
handy
stuff.
in the after
If you want
school
to take them to
hours.
her, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
there's all kinds of different things. Sue, all
Yeah.
kinds of different
I took some to my
bookmarks
last-
out there.
So they're both-
to my grandchildren.
Yeah.
So
Joey
they're
liked it,
bookmarks
Joey.
to color.
Yeah, and there's like a few different varieties out there. We have the bucket of pencils, or you can take and go, but Virginia thought, no.
Challenge.
Oh.
And then we have different books.
She just loves
So
it.
you can tear out, make a
Oh,
copy.
thank you.
Now if I can just remember to do that.
It's,
Don't
I'll
let
let
that
you
door.
Publicity, community outreach. Our February showcase, again, is, my employees seem to like filling the showcase with their stuff.
good though.
So Virginia has done her
nice.
collection of coloring and beaded materials. Like, it's colorful, it's over the tax forms.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't know what you
nice.
can get.
Yeah.
So
What we need.
we do. Tutoring has begun by the International Academy, I'm happy to say, from 3:30 to 5 on
Just by the
Thursday.
International Academy.
Correct. Yeah, I don't see any,
Not by,
I don't see any Clawsonites in there, so,
Okay.
yeah. This Thursday, we'll have the Girl Scouts coming in to celebrate World Thinking Day, and so Kristen will be helping them work on a project on Cuba. That's going to be their thing.
On Cuba.
Yes, their scout leader has, their world thinking is going to be Cuba.
That's great.
Yeah, why not?
That's
So,
interesting. I
it-
love
it is. Yes, I think there may be a personal connection in there, not through Kristen.
And
but-
sometimes
No.
you just get assigned a country. It
Correct.
Oh,
depends
that's
on
good.
what's going on in your Girl Scout troop.
Anyway, they'll be doing their salute to Cuba. And as I said earlier, March is membership month for the Friends. There's going to be prizes, pamphlets to sign up and become a member at the front desk, but they are going to have drawings. We're going to meet at 6 and have coffee and cookies, a little meet and greet.
is that your new brochure?
So it'll be fun. It's good. Watch for signage and all kinds of good things coming.
Yeah, this friends group is,
I like it. I like it. It's colorful.
Angela's
Anybody want to look at?
spectacular.
So we're trying to put the forms on the website and a place that you can maybe pay if you want to do online. So we're working on that with them. Taxes have started to arrive for patrons. Not all the tax forms have arrived. I have noticed that there's a lot of stress with the patrons over taxes. So I'm going to publicly and openly say that my staff is doing their very best to help. We don't have everything. We don't know when everything's coming in. Well, we always put everything out. We are not the bad guy. So I'm going to say we have become a little bit of a punching bag. And I understand this is stressful and there's a lot of changes, but we are trying to provide a good service and we are doing our very best. If we don't have it, we're happy to print it up or give you contact info or show you how to find it online. But again, my staff are not the bad guys on
That
this.
sounds over and above.
I normally don't make a public service announcement out loud. Most people are okay, but it's been a little rough this year.
Now, did they not send us forms again this year? Like last year, we were always out because they didn't send any.
Right. This year they said you're going to get X, Y, and Z forms. This is how much. We'll tell you when they come, and it's just been kind of spotty coming. So we've been putting out what we can, helping people print stuff up, and just doing the best we can do. But I understand.
Does anybody really file with paper anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big.
Just a lot of people don't have a phone.
Taking your electronics away from you.
So,
Hard.
which
I have
I
my computer
I
and my
understand.
phone both at the
I
elbow.
understand. And we are here to help. We are kind and patient people, but again, I cannot stress, we are not the bad guys. So please stop beating on my staff. So, on a happier note, though, we did make the Royal Oak Review.
Yeah.
For the
Yes.
Royal Oak program, so yay, that was good. And Edges and Ledges, thank you, from the Friends will be coming this Thursday at 4 to Dust. They'll be coming with the Junior Optimist and the Junior NHS also coming to Dust. So
Very good.
yes, they'll be coming on the 15th of February and the 15th of March. And then, been there, but 2/8, I guess. I was interviewed by a Wayne State library science student regarding my job and the various functions of the library for her professional development class. That was last Thursday. So I wanted to know my thoughts, feelings, and emotions about running a small library.
Was she taken aback by what is expected?
A little bit. She works over at the Huntington Woods Public Library, so she had a general sense. But yeah, I think she thought she was impressed. I hope she was. She had talked to Kristen too about the children's services. But yeah, we talked for almost an hour or so. So she had a lot of questions. Hopefully, I answered them all for her.
There's a lot more going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to know if this person has taken courses in library operations, heating, cooling.
That's exactly
where
I told her there's a lot to
exactly
it.
what made me
Yeah.
mention that.
There's a lot to it. Okay.
Construction.
Yeah.
Hard hat is
Hard
required.
hat.
in
Yeah.
this position.
Yeah, tax advisor. No, we'll
Yeah.
give out advice. So, director's update. As a part of, I know I sound like a broken record, about the change in the circulation system, they now have posted videos for us to watch. They've also posted up the actual training dates for 4 different categories of circulation, online public catalog, serials, which is magazines, and technical services, which is how we put the books in the system. It's very competitive to get these slots, so I've signed up for everything that we can do. Probably what will happen are Kristen and I will go, and probably Tina. On some of it, I will be gone all day, and then they're hoping that the students then will come back and train the staff. We'll see. We're going to launch the day after Memorial Day. We are expected to come in on Memorial Day and test the system out. I just found that out a couple weeks ago. Yeah, they would like us all to come in on that Monday to test the system out to make sure we're going to be good to go on Tuesday. So
you'll have to pay holiday pay. That's gonna mess with your budget.
well, a lot of
Oh, they're part-timers, they don't get holiday benefits.
we just found this out, so I'm not sure how they're going to work it out. I mean, I'll be here anyway to watch the flag down on the
Right,
lawn, so
right.
you know.
Well, I can be a pretend patron.
We may actually put someone through the paces of, can you log in on the computer? Can we check you out okay?
I'd be
So,
glad to help that
if you
kid.
wanna-
I'll keep it in mind.
stand by, thank you. So, and I had a couple staff members who want that Tuesday to go smooth, so I think they're willing to come in on Monday just to make sure. Because we're going to be closed for 4 days, so we're going to have a heavy drop box. So trying to discharge everything on a new system is going to be fascinating. So
Right.
yeah. So yeah, we didn't. We'll see how they go. That's okay. Melcat requests for books and stuff. We were told it's going to stop on April 1st and hopefully come back in July.
Wow.
Yeah. I had the TLN quarterly visit.
Will you post that soon?
Yes, yep, there's a
For
marketing
students?
committee. Mm-hmm,
Okay.
yes,
Good.
because I know that's right during finals.
We don't want to surprise them.
No, so we've been trying to get the word out to our regulars, and I will.
Is that just for our system, or is that for the local library systems too?
The
all
entire
Melcat,
TLN network
sometime
is
in
going to
July.
disconnect from Mel, and then once they put the new system in, they're going to hope that we can
But there was
an
we
April
can
Fool's
reconnect
Day.
back to
Yeah.
Mel. Ann
But the
Arbor
July
did
date
it, and they've been out of
Wasn't
Mel
a definite
here.
date.
Oh,
Sometime in
so
July.
we're going to hope our software speaks okay to Mel's software.
Is our software different than Ann Arbor software?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna see, but I know Ann Arbor's been trying to work with the Mel people, and that's been at least a year. of trying
That's
to reconnect.
terrible. What are their patrons doing instead? Nothing.
You know, yeah. So,
And then our-
yeah, so we're hoping, we're positive, we're gonna be able to reconnect back to Mel, because it is a very heavily used service here.
It is.
And a lot of people other libraries use our collection a lot, quite a lot, so we're gonna stay positive. So, and I'll keep you posted on that. So we had our IT quarterly visit, and all public and staff workstations were successfully updated. I also had it set up now that once you log out of a computer, it reboots itself and starts back up again, so that if anyone has remained logged into their Google account or email account or financial stuff and they forget to log out, by shutting it, forcing it down and then back up, it will wipe everything out. We had a patron request that we do this, that we reboot his computer. We had been doing it for him, but we decided probably just across the board, because we've been running into people sitting down there like, oh, someone's still logged in. So it only takes a second of it going down and back up, but it's just more secure that way. Yeah, so it kind of surprises the patrons, like they think they've shut it all the way off, but they haven't. All right, patrons, issues, suggestions, incidents.
Oh, big stack.
It's okay. We had a patron who watches our meetings express concern that the volume is too low on the camera. I'm sure he's watching right now, so we're trying, but he understands our system, so I'll try to speak louder. But, on
Important things.
on February 5th, I had to bar 2 middle school students for 30 days due to repeated violations of their behavior, spitting, talking back, swearing. Yeah, it wasn't good. We have a couple more that are up on the fence getting close. So, and then on the 7th, we had someone, I think, light a match in the library. I'm not sure. We could smell sulfur. We didn't know if it was electrical or someone lit a match. So DPW came over to check the ceiling to make sure it wasn't electrical, and it was concluded it was someone just lit a match for fun. Yeah, hey.
Methodist Church going on stopped what?
I don't have an update. I don't know. I haven't seen my gals. They're coming. I know they've popped in a few times to see the situation over here. We have a full house, but I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening.
And when I ride past that, I think all that work and preparation.
So hopefully it's doing okay. I haven't heard one way or another, so I'm going to go with no news.
Would be good and nice if they
No, we haven't heard
informed
anything
you.
of Jean either.
So I did let the police know about the middle school students, just because some of them have strong behavior reactions. So I just wanted to let them. I didn't think anything was going to happen, but I wanted to let them know. Then the school district was made aware of. So.
And the parents respond?
Letters went home, but no, nothing.
No
from
response.
We were ready.
Were these 2 middle schools, like, they were fighting? Or just
Two separate
incidents? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's, this is their first step in our process. If they come back and the behavior doesn't improve, then what?
Then they'll be barred or asked to be out even longer, and then we just keep extending it out. So we gave them several warnings, tried to be, I understand weather, whatever, etc. We tried to work with them, give them probably more warnings than we probably should have, but
I'm sure.
we just couldn't do it.
When a letter goes home, mailed,
Mailed. Yeah.
and no response.
Sometimes the parent does call and they want to talk about it, which is fine. I'm always open. It's Kristen and I sign off. We're here to talk about it. We include the policy in the letter so that they can understand what we're basing it on. And then we have a written record of each incident, of time and day of what's happened, so that we can cite each thing. But we tried, and like I said, we've got a few others that.
But you've had a full house after school every day.
Definitely. Once that weather changed, we have. So.
And monitor-wise,
She's doing great. She's doing really, really well. Really well.
so without her,
Yeah, I mean, it's a group effort, definitely, but Taylor's on it. So she's very professional, very even-keeled and everything. So she does pretty good. But we just, after a while, and then start spitting on someone, I just can't,
Yeah.
you just
You
can't.
can't have that.
Can't have the spitting, so, okay. So that's what's going on there. Staff update, my clerk did get federal jury duty.
Oh, no.
Yes,
One of the clerks
so
has federal
she's
jury
doing
duty.
her part.
Should be out that long.
Yeah, 7 to 9 weeks, until March, maybe April, we're hoping March, so.
7 to 9
7
weeks.
to 9 weeks.
So she goes in the morning to jury duty until early afternoon, and then comes here and works the rest of her shift, but we've been,
where do you go for this?
she's in Detroit.
Detroit.
Down to the
Oh.
federal building. Yeah, she's escorted by a federal marshal into the building, so this is what, she hasn't said anything, but I know this is probably pretty big if she's having a marshal security escort her from her car to the building.
Like, this is grandeur.
Yeah, this is pretty big. So, whatever it
God
is.
bless her.
We hug her when
Let
she
her
comes
know
in.
we appreciate her service
Yeah,
to our
so-
judiciary. Yeah.
So anyway, the staff is rallied and we're holding tight so she can come back to us.
it would be a wonderful experience to.
If you didn't have to drive all the way down there and have a marshal
No, if there
escort
was,
you.
Yeah.
if there was nothing else going on in your life,
Yeah.
I think the federal case.
Yeah.
She has to be down pretty early too. And then they all have to get in a van and drive over with the marshals there. I'm like, are you okay?
Taxes at work.
Yeah.
For $20 a day.
Yeah, there's
Is that what the federal
It's
pays, $20 a day?
20 something or another. She gives me the paperwork, so we're here for you. So anyway, building issues for December and January.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but it's so bright around the building at night, you could almost do
It is very bright.
open heart surgery out there. That's because 9 of the 18 lights around the building were out.
No.
It's true. And so anyway, I replaced them all with LED lights for the cost of $663.04. Now the LED lights will
Long
last until I am retired and
Unless they get broken.
So they say,
so
right?
they say. Well, it was better than just going back with the other.
Right.
And they're supposed to be more energy efficient.
Correct. In
And the
case-
library does look really nice at night. The lights do look
Well,
better.
it was dark by the drop box.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people drop off.
Yeah, but they probably put all those lights in at the same time, so
Right.
they're all sort of going,
They all started going in
at the same time.
In case I get clipped by the bus, the photo sensor is on the roof. That makes the lights come on and off depending on if it's light or dark. They discovered it's up on the roof. So I didn't know that, but it's there. So I don't know. Somewhere. Yeah, DPW found it in the snow. It's here, so.
In the snow.
Well, yeah, I mean, they could, however it's mounted or up there, they wouldn't let me go up, but that's where it's at. We had the furnace rechecked, it's just part of our package, just to make sure everything's running fine, it's running fine. The magazine shelving, we're starting to have issues with the pins popping out where you lift up the flap. So DPW, when we started having problems, required or asked that I order extra parts so they can fill it in. Also, the screws are starting to get a little too loose, so DPW, when they have a moment, they're going to come in and just glue it so the flaps can hold in there. And I can show you because I know I'm not making it. The clear flaps that hold over the newspapers are starting to unscrew too much, so they're going to try to glue the pins in. And then the actual metal flaps that go up and down, the pins in the back are starting to wear and tear.
And yet, the purpose of that shelving is so you can lift it up and down.
I mean, it's been working great. It's just 9 years, 8 years.
And really, by the time they tighten the screws, that alone might solve not much of it.
Yeah, so they've came in and we're
I
getting
kind of
there.
equate that to having a door problem that brings weather from the outside in, but maybe I'm just picky.
Maybe. Probably want it warm in here all the time, too.
Yes, yeah.
So, I'm researching, looking at getting new stack tables in the back. The edges are popping off, and so I asked DPW if they could kind of maybe try to glue it on, but we'll see, that's just a small thing. And then I had to have another emergency light fixture replaced. The whole unit died, so I had to buy an extra one for a total of $48.30. So they're slowly replacing the heavy-duty ones with ones that are more size appropriate with the building, and they seem to be holding up pretty good. So watch for those bills.
And those were originally put in, in the,
On the rebill.
But they've tried to, DPW, they get up with their ladders and try to resuscitate, and it just,
after a while, you can't rig it.
they do a nice job though. They do a nice job. Our PNC account, we're at $3,361.22. There was the withdrawal from the $180 for when we had our first day CPR class on Friday, the 19th with DPW. So
How many from DPW?
three, and I think 6 or 7 from my staff came. Yeah, and it went for about 4.5, 5 hours.
Ooh, that's
Wow,
long.
that's a long time.
We learned everything.
For $180.
Yeah, no, we learned everything.
That's
So
great.
watch videos,
Now, did everybody get a certification card?
Yep, we all have our cards, our first aid and CPR cards, which are good for 2 years. So yeah, half the staff is trained. We practice with the AED also, so
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
yeah, not too shabby. So, yep, we learned everything, choking, burns, things sticking out of you that shouldn't stick out of you. Yes. Didn't want to eat lunch afterwards. I wanted to lay down, but it was good. I was glad. So thank you for suggesting. That was really good. The staff felt more at ease. So
Great.
it's very good
Good.
suggestion. So thank you for that. Library fines via PayPal from October to December of 2017, $74.35. And I have the current, well, the most current ledger that's available is from the end of December of 2017. Thank you.
Are you concerned about anything on here, Jen?
I'm watching the, thank you for asking, the part-time line. We're doing okay, just, between jury duty and we've had some house stuff, so I've had people come in and fill in. The monitor has been working more hours than what I budgeted, but she's filling in for people because we've cross-trained her, so I'm not, you swap one for the other. But, no, nothing too crazy. I'm starting to work on the budget because that's just a few months away.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it should be budget time already,
No,
but it is.
I know. So, no, Mark hasn't even said anything.
So when it has equipment maintenance, I mean, it says 0, but that will eventually include all your lights and
I
all.
put that under building maintenance.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Yeah, equipment maintenance, we've been doing okay.
More like a
the
furnace?
copier, yeah,
Okay,
right.
okay.
So far, we're doing okay with that. Premier's been coming in, the copier people just touching base to make sure we're
That's
doing
nice.
okay. The new cleaning crew doing fine.
Good.
Yeah.
And
Are they setting off the alarm?
I was just gonna say that. We were all thinking the same thing.
We're tuned in.
Well, that's funny. Well acquainted with the alarm, so many notes back and forth about it, but no, she's doing fine.
Excellent.
Thank you for asking
And
Well, it's like
just
we all
one
know
more-
how many times Jenny's been called for the
Yeah.
alarm.
And so what does that have to do with cleaning? It's like,
We know
okay,
that's
are
what
you-
it happens.
No, but, I mean, it's ironic, it's not the quality of their cleaning that we're concerned about.
No,
It's dragging Jenny out at
Yes,
all
yes.
hours.
The people at Troy Dispatch are very nice. So they know me.
I know you want a first
They know
name
me.
basis.
They know me. It's fine. So, no, I think we're maintaining for the half-year mark. Everything's kind of at the half point or a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Like I said, Mark hasn't flagged anything. I know they did budget amendments with council. Yeah, we did okay. So I'm just waiting for word on how that will work out.
Looks good.
And unfinished business. About the roof. Mr. Greenquine came over with the other engineers on January 18th, and I was told the roof will be checked when the filters are changed, which will be in the spring, and they will try to check a few times a year, but right now he feels confident that the roof is fine.
And somebody was up there looking at stuff because they came back and told you about the sensors.
Right, they
so-
said there was a little bit of pooling of water in one of the drains, but they didn't seem too alarmed, and they said they walk gently with their shoes, because I have a huge sign before they go up, please be careful when you walk on the roof, per request of the city engineer. So that's what's going on with the roof, they feel it's okay. So we'll know in the spring for sure, so. Okay, library board schedule update. Apparently, the FCC might have a ruling, I'm not sure if it's going to come down to our level or what level of government, where the closed caption will have to be on the board meetings. We do not have equipment over here in this building to do that. this is still a work in progress, I don't know, but City Hall has told me to stand by, we might have to move the meeting over to City Hall. They're not sure, they're doing research, to what extent or what level this will happen. And of course, depending on who can film it when, let's see what's going on. This is in flux, nothing's firm, they just want to give me a heads up that this is coming on down. So, we'll see. I just wanted to let you know we may have to relocate depending on what the final ruling is. But stand by for further clarification. So, yep. And then the other piece of new business, the employee volunteer picnic is going to be on Thursday, June 14th at 5 o'clock. So it's on a Thursday this time instead of a Wednesday.
Nice.
And I would like a possible board approval to close the library at 5 instead of 6 on Thursday, just so we can. You can go. Yes. I mean, I know on Wednesday we closed it 3 hours early. Thursday, June 14th at 5.
June 14th?
Yes. At 5. And if not, if you want us to stay open until 6, that's...
No, I move that we authorize 1 hour early closing on Thursday, June 14th to accommodate the city employees picnic.
I'll second that.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded that we approve closing on Thursday, June the 14th at 5 p.m. so the employees may be able to attend the employee volunteer picnic. Is there any discussion on it? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, that's all I have. Good for public comment or
Question,
please ask.
how are we doing with that? We had a project of, you had a librarian telephoning patrons who had borrowed items and just never returned them.
It's going well.
Do we still do that?
Yep, we still do it. It seems to work. That personal touch seems to be working out. So once a month-ish, I'll print out the report and then
Do
share
you have a
it.
lot of stuff that's out like that?
It's not too bad. It's not alarming. It's a healthy amount, but nothing where I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we've lost half the library. We definitely go for the higher ticket items,
Right.
DVDs, textbooks, things like that. Maybe a picture book that was $3.99. Of course, we want everything back, but so we kind of try to prioritize, see when it went out. Sometimes someone just loses track of it, and it just happened a couple weeks ago, so we can't do a refresh your memory. But yeah, that's going quite well, actually. Especially since we're switching over to the new system, they've asked us to clean up the records
Right.
of everything, so we're doing that too. We've been given lists from TLN asking, is this still an active thing or not? Do you want us to delete it? So there's been a lot of behind the scenes work to get us ready to transfer over. This is going to be quite a big deal coming up in a couple months. And unfortunately, it's colliding with budget season, so I've told the staff, please keep a sense of humor until 4th of July, when I'll start maybe looking on them again. So thank
How
you for
many
asking.
hours a week do you think you spend on doing extracurricular things that normally wouldn't?
What you mean by,
Yeah.
Well,
Extra.
like making phone calls and...
it's not bad. I work it into staff descriptions. When we did staff evaluations, we made sure everyone was okay. I would say probably Cheryl maybe spends an hour or two. You can get a lot, a number of phone calls in. So nothing that's like.
She doesn't spend all day hounding people.
No,
No,
I just
and
wondered
she's-
how much time it, took away from
Other
other
things. Yeah,
other
an hour or two, and usually she'll devote, a hunk of time per month. Like, I'm gonna be making my calls, or if she has a moment in between things where you can't really start a big project, and she's gotta go out on the desk in a minute, you can sneak a phone call in. It's just
a couple in between.
in between. It's just usually how we do it, how much time. So it's not, if I thought, oh boy, we've got a problem, because the patrons are alerted by phone, well, I think by phone, or text and email. So this is more just above and beyond courtesy call, which seems to be working.
How's the response?
Pretty good. Some patrons, but for the most part, very good. It's like, oh, I forgot, or my kid went off to school, and yes, I haven't entered his bedroom, but I can see that they're there, or it's just I've been sick. So it's usually just life gets in the way of returning folks or items. Sometimes it's a little bit more than that, and the letter has to go. But I haven't lost faith. So, I haven't lost faith. That's a good question.
When it reaches a certain point, do we ever give or consider amnesty of just to get the item back
Yes.
rather than fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially-
Each situation is different. I'm sorry, especially depending on what's.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
But
mean,
at
that's
some point,
Right. The
Well,
lesser of two evils.
yes, to get
To
your
get the
to get your
item
material back,
back.
and sometimes it isn't actually the person who took the book out.
right. We run into that
Yeah.
exactly. No, each situation is different, and like I said, we have faith that we're being told the truth of what's going on. So.
you don't require a copy of the death notice?
No, and we've run into that.
Oh,
Kids
yeah.
coming and cleaning out their parents' house, and they found the
Yes.
library book, and they're already struggling, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
put a flaming log on that situation, so. But, yeah, so each situation is different. So, yeah.
Anybody have anything else? I would like to move that we adjourn the meeting at
Yeah.
9:40.
Impressive.
I'll second that.
I'll third it.
It has been moved and seconded that we adjourn the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.